The Union Minister for Science and Technology, Earth Sciences, Health and Family Welfare, Dr. Harshvardhan, dedicated an innovation portal developed by National Innovation Foundation India, which is an autonomous body of the Department of Science and Technology of the Government of India. The National Innovation Portal NIP is currently home to about 1.15 lakh innovations scouted from common people of the country, covering engineering, agriculture, veterinary, and human health. In terms of domain areas, presently the innovations cover energy, mechanical, automobile, electrical, electronics, household, chemical, civil, textiles, farm or cultivation practice, storage practice, plant variety, plant protection, poultry, livestock management, nutraceuticals, etc. Speaking on the occasion, Dr. Harshvardhan said that credit goes to the Prime Minister for igniting the innovation movement and creating an innovation ecosystem in the country during the last 6 years. He congratulated the Atmanirbhar citizens who defeated the problems and challenges through their creative potential and deployment of their innovative science and technology based solutions. The minister emphasized on the growing importance of outstanding traditional knowledge, particularly herbal practices which stem from tribal areas, and is one of the key highlights of the innovation portal. He said that this innovation portal will help institutionalize new ideas by common people towards finding solutions to the local problems. Hello everyone and welcome back for another interesting session of the current affairs provided by SSB Crack Exams. I'm Heyman and I'm here giving you the complete important updates of the dates of 14th and 15th of January 2021. If in case you people are preparing for the upcoming defense examinations like NDA, CDS, AFCAT, INET, Territorial Army, IAF, Group X, Group Y, CAPF, Assistant Commandant's examination, also for the entrance exams of the Military Nursing Service or Army Cadet College, you can please go through our website and subscribe yourself to your favorite course, and you can please download the Android app from Google Play Store and make yourself that you're completely going through with the complete detailed lecture content, study material, sample practice questions, quizzes, exercises and mock tests that are all made taking into consideration the latest exam patterns. You can even follow us on all sort of social media platforms to keep yourself updated with the most important Indian and international related inputs. Starting off with the question of the day that I've asked on 13th of January 2021, and the question that I asked was this particular one: until 20th of February 2021, the Indian embassy in which foreign country has suspended all consular services? I repeat the question: until 20th of February 2021, the Indian embassy in which foreign country has suspended all consular services? Is it option A, United States of America, or option B, United Kingdom, or option C, China, or option D, Pakistan? And the correct answer, as you people have given it, is option B, the United Kingdom. If we go through detail regarding this particular one, this is just because of the coronavirus and COVID restrictions. Amid these restrictions of the COVID-19 in the UK, all consular services have been suspended until February of 20, as said by the Indian Embassy in the United Kingdom. We need to also understand that a new strain of coronavirus was first found in the United Kingdom itself, and this has caused a stir. And the moment they have declared that this is a new strain, immediately India has completely restricted, and it has been said that the all consular services have been suspended until February 20 of this particular year, and other details will be given in the upcoming issues. We need to understand that this is much more transmissible other than the SARS-CoV-2 variants. You need to understand that this new variant has now been detected in multiple countries across the world. Even in South Africa also this new strain has been detected. So we need to be very sure. Please, each and every one of you, maintain social norms. Please maintain distance a bit wherever you go. Always wear masks and make sure that you are properly maintaining the COVID regulations and restrictions and following all the safety protocols that are issued by the guidelines of the Government of India. Starting off with the first and foremost important current affairs update is regarding the insect apocalypse. This is a very new word that we are trying to see and understand. Apocalypse means what, sir? Apocalypse means it is a very destructive thing. That means it is the end. Like whenever a situation comes like end of the world, like king, so that thing is known as apocalypse. Okay, so what is happening towards insects, sir? They are getting killed. Okay, what happens when insects get killed? What happens when insects are not there? What will happen is there will not be many other things, because what do insects do is they are very, very intrinsic towards the food chain, and they help in getting rid of the waste. Each and every particular creature of this mother earth is very, very important. No matter how small it is, it causes a great difference in maintaining the complete atmospheric balance. Okay, they are also responsible in pollination processes and all across the world. So what you have said, entomology is the study of insects. So entomologists across the world, they have attended very recently the proceedings of the National Academies of Sciences. Okay, so in these proceedings, they have said and they have declared that our earth is losing about 2% of its insects every year. You know, imagine 2% of its insects means it is like a huge millions and billions of insects it is losing. So this sort of thing is known as insect apocalypse. Okay, so if this thing continues, what will happen? Earth will lose its balance and we need to get a lot of important other things will happen. Okay, so make sure that these things are also considered, and this is very important term. If in case you're preparing for the upcoming CDS or AFCAT examinations, they might ask you a question regarding insect apocalypse. So this is regarding that Earth is losing about 2% of its insects every year. Okay, going through with the next update is regarding global Ebola vaccine stockpile has been established and has been initiated, and this was established by 4 international organizations which include World Health Organization, Medicine Sans Frontiers, International Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies, and United Nations Children Fund. Okay, WHO, MSF, IFRC, and UNICEF are these 4 organizations. Together, they are called as the International Coordinating Group by the United Nations. And this ICG, it is responsible in completely creating up and providing the global Ebola vaccines. So generally, Ebola vaccines are those that are given, and the production of these vaccines, the funding of these was all done by the United States America government. But later on, when this particular stockpile has been created, what it will do is this will serve as one single go to all the other people across the country, wherever across the complete world, wherever Ebola people are affected. So this stockpile will be helpful to completely send and transport the vaccines to those areas where Ebola is going on. And we need to understand that this vaccine was licensed by the European Medicines Agency in November of 2019. Going through with the next most important update is regarding United States naming the country of Cuba as a state sponsor of terrorism, sir. Okay, United States National Counter-Terrorism Center will actually will allot and will allocate some countries as those countries wherein which terrorists will take place, and they will take haven and shelter there. So United States will list the country that are repeatedly providing support for the acts of international terrorism, and under this particular international terrorism things, Cuba has been named as another new state sponsor of terrorism. And under this particular list, we need to understand that the other countries include Iraq, Libya, Syria, and South Yemen also. And very recently, Sudan was removed from this particular list, and other countries which are there and this include Iran, Syria, and the first list of these countries to be established to be named as a state sponsors of terrorism. It was first released in 1979, and until now it is still going on. Okay. Going through with the next most update is Supreme Court suspending the implementation of the farms laws. There are 3 new important farm laws that were going on across the country, and they have kind of brought these bills into the parliament. And regarding that, farmers across the country, especially those farmers from Punjab and Haryana, have protested and they are not happy with the new farm laws. So going through with the issues and all the other disputes, Supreme Court has taken this into consideration, and it has declared to form a committee to resolve this particular issue. This committee will be working as a complete working force and group in acting and in providing a proper medium between the farmers and the government, and providing proper consensus, and in completely getting down this protest and make sure the complete peace and other issues are completely resolved. So these 3 farm laws, they the framework to sell the produce directly to the corporates. That means these 3 are the other farm laws. I will tell you, you can even go through with other issues and all, but regarding the farm laws, we will try to provide a separate session very soon as possible. So the farmers, they will not, as far as these things are concerned, they are not trusting the corporates, and for complete proper implementation of these farm laws, to have a very good educational knowledge to these farmers is very important, and each and every particular farmer must be given a proper understanding about his rights and his power. But since corporates are much more knowledgeable regarding this matter, there will be a lot of discrimination towards them as said by these farmers, and they are also thinking that the minimum support system will be removed. But Supreme Court has very clearly stated that the minimum support price MSP system, it will remain until other further orders are there, and even government has also declared that MSP system will always remain, and they are not at all thinking to remove the MSP system and all. Okay, right. Going through with the next update is regarding Henley Passport Index has been launched by the International Air Traffic Association, also known as the IATA. Okay, So this is launched. The Henley Passport Index is what, sir? It will declare all the countries' passports, which country is very powerful regarding its passports and all. So this index is released based on the number of destinations the holders can access without a visa. Okay, so without visa, the number of destinations that holders can access those countries are there. So under all of these important passports, the Japanese passport is the most powerful passport in the world. Remember, Japanese passport is the most powerful passport. The Japanese can visit around 190 countries across the world without even having a visa. That is the level of the power of the Japanese. Okay, so remember, and where are the other countries, sir? Nepal is at the rank of 104. Japan is at first rank. Nepal's rank is 104. Pakistan's rank is 107, and they are declared to be the worst passports to hold category. Japanese citizens can travel up to 191 countries, and Japan was the top performer. And Singapore is in the second position with 190 countries. India's rank is around 85th in this particular Henley Passport Index. We need to understand and go through. Bangladesh is placed at the bottom 10. 41 countries welcome Bangladeshis without visa. Japanese hold the most powerful passports in the world. Asia dominates when it comes to the passport power. When we go through the South Asian important countries rankings, the rank of Maldives is 61, India is 84 or 85, Bhutan is 89, Sri Lanka is 97, Bangladesh is 98, Nepal is 101, Pakistan is 104, and Afghanistan is 107. Going through with the next most important update is regarding One Planet Summit was held very recently on 11th of January 2021, sir. Who is actually organizing this particular One Planet Summit? It is the United Nations, World Bank and France. Okay, all of these three have organized this One Planet Summit, sir. What is this actually One Planet Summit, sir? What they will do, it is actually an international event that will be focusing on biodiversity to mobilize commitments to protect the ecosystems and make links to human health. Very simply, it is a clear indication about creating a proper, better planet Earth to each and every one of us. The main aim of it is to promote worldwide ecological transformation. Okay. And this summit is hosted in France this particular year on 11th of January 2021. Going through with the next update is Hisar Airport has been inaugurated under the regional connectivity scheme of Ude Desh Ka Aam Nagrik Udan scheme. First flight to the newly constructed Hisar Airport in Haryana from Chandigarh was flagged off under RCS Udan scheme under Government of India. You need to understand that this flagging off marks the operation of 54th airport under the Udan scheme. Very recently, various other airports in the previous current affairs session, I have discussed that another new airport has been inaugurated under this particular RCS Udan. Mention in the comment section what is that particular airport. So these Udan flights, they will reduce the journey time between Hisar to Chandigarh from 4.5 hours to a comfortable 45 minutes journey. Okay, so very recently, if you are going through with this particular RCS Udan scheme, then in the coming up years, we will have to be very proudly say that India will not be very new regarding the air travels and all. Going through our next most important update is regarding a webinar which is organized by the APIDA, also known as the Agricultural and Processed Food Products Export Development Authority, APIDA. So there are 5 important organizations which are actually organizing this particular webinar, and this particular webinar is actually organized to strengthen the supply chain and exporters of Isabgol products from Rajasthan. Isabgol is that particular kind of rice grains, or we can say Isabgol contains a lot of fiber content, and after eating a very little of it, we will feel very full. And those people who are aspiring to lose their weight and all, they will be consuming this Isabgol. So regarding the export chain of the Isabgol products from Rajasthan and all, the APIDA has been organizing a webinar, and along with APIDA, that means Agricultural and Processed Food Export Development Authority of the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, along with this particular one, various other organizers were South Asia Biotechnology Center of Department of Biotechnology, Biotech Kisan Hub of Department of Biotechnology. Then comes the ICAR's Directorate of Medicinal and Aromatics Plant Research, or DMAPR, which is coming under the Department of Agriculture, and Rajasthan government's Krishi Vipan Rajasthan, also known as the Rajasthan State Agricultural Marketing Board. All of these 4 others are considered to be the co-organizers, but the main organizer was the APEDA, also known as the APIDA. We need to understand the main reasons of this particular webinar. The main name of this particular webinar is Webinar on Good Agricultural Practice, GAP, Processing and Value Addition of Isabgol or Psyllium. Okay, mention in the comment section what is the scientific scientific name of Isabgol. Going through, there are more than 70 participants from various central state government departments and also DBT, SABC, NABARD, SFAC, Isabgol, Processors Association, Industries and Exporters. All of them have taken part in this particular new webinar. The next update is regarding Polio Ravivar on 31st of January 2021, also known as the Polio National Immunization Day. So those people who are actually kind of having children and who know people who have little children and all of the ages of 1 to 2 years and all. So those people have to be immunized with polio vaccine. So this has been decided to be scheduled on 31st of January 2021 on Sunday. Okay, so these things have taken into consideration by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare in consultation with the Office of the President of India's office to reschedule the polio vaccination day. Why did they actually reschedule, sir? Actually, from 16th of January, the COVID-19 vaccine has been starting off. The COVID-19 vaccination drive will start off. So going through with COVID vaccines and all, people should also be immunized with polio vaccine. So this COVID-19 vaccine will be considered as world's largest immunization exercise. Going through with the last and final update for us for today is Dr. Harshvardhan has dedicated an innovation portal. This is regarding the Union Minister of Science and Technology, Earth and Sciences, Health and Family Welfare, Dr. Harshvardhan, dedicating this new portal which is developed by the National Innovation Foundation of India. Okay, so this portal is a step towards Atmanirbhar Bharat and it is an excellent resource for students, entrepreneurs, micro, small and medium enterprises, technology business incubators and common people engaged in a variety of operations and occupations. National Innovation Foundation was set up in March 2000 with the assistance of Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, and it is India's national initiative to strengthen the grassroots technological innovations and outstanding traditional knowledge. Its mission is to help India become a creative and knowledge-based society by expanding policy and institutional space for grassroots technological innovators. NIF scouts, sports and spawns grassroots innovations developed by individuals and local communities in any technological field, helping in human survival without any help from formal sector. It helps grassroots innovators and outstanding traditional knowledge holders get due recognition, respect and reward for their innovations. It also tries to ensure that such innovations diffuse widely through commercial and or non-commercial channels, generating material or non-material incentives for them and others involved in the value chain. That is it regarding all of these most important updates. Let us now have a very quick review by going through some of the most important questions that are related towards the topics that we have discussed for today. And the first and foremost question is, which among the following are reasons for the insect apocalypse? Is it option A, climate change, or light pollution, or herbicides, or all the above? The correct answer is all the above. Okay, so the main reasons for the insect apocalypse is about the change of the climate, light pollution, herbicides and all. Going through with the next update is, which of the following international organizations has established global Ebola vaccine stockpile? Is it WHO or UNICEF or IMF or D, both A and B? It is, the correct answer is option D, both A and B. Going through with the next question is, which country has been removed from the list of state sponsors of terrorism? It is option A, Sudan. Sudan has been recently removed from the list of the state sponsors of terrorism. And going through very recently inducted one, Cuba is very recently said to be listed as the new country to be listed under the state sponsor of terrorism as far as the United States Terrorism Council is concerned. Going through with the next question, which state the protests are high against the farm laws? Is it Punjab, Haryana, or both the states, or in Maharashtra? The correct answer is option C, both Punjab and Haryana. The next question is, India ranked at which place in the Henley Passport Index? And the correct answer is option B, 85. The rank of India in the Henley Passport Index is 85. First rank goes to Japan. Going through with the next question is, which organization has organized One Planet Summit? Is it United Nations or World Bank or France or all the above? The correct answer is option D, all the above. Now let us go through with the question of the day. And the question of the day for today is, which state has launched COSFOM website for community forest management? I repeat the question, which state has launched COSFOM website for community forest management? Is it option A, Arunachal Pradesh, or option B, Goa, or option C, Mizoram, or option D, Manipur? The answer for this particular question and the details regarding that I will be giving you in the next session. Until then, stay tuned to SSB Crack Exams. Subscribe to this channel. Download the Android app from Google Play Store. Always stay safe, stay healthy, keep smiling, be confident. Jai Hind.